guys, my name is Ashley. Thank you so much for coming to my channel and watching this video. I just wanted to kind of dive in deep about why I'm doing this bikini competition, what exactly it means, the steps that I'm going to have to take to get there, and just kind of share it with all of you guys. So I want to first and foremost thank Adam for being my biggest supporter throughout all of this. I have a ton of friends and family who are going to be helping me out through this, but Adam is really getting the brunt of it. If you know me, you know that sleep is everything. Adam gets very hangry when he doesn't have anything to eat. I get very slangry. If I don't have any sleep, I get very angry and very cranky. And throughout all of this, I'm having so many changes, not only to my body, but what I'm eating, how I'm sleeping, all of that, and he is brunting everything. So huge thank you to Adam. He really is my #1 supporter with everything that I do. So how I got into bikini competition and like even wanting to do it was actually from my good friend Carrie. Last October, she competed in the OCB Chesapeake Classic. And at first when I went, I was like, I know nothing. I worked with her at Mercy. She was an ultrasound tech, and I really got to see her whole kind of transformation from when before she was really into fitness and like really was active and everything, and then she took the dive into bikini competitions, and like I said, I knew nothing. So I was with her kind of throughout the whole thing. We worked the same shifts. I saw her changes to her body, how beautiful it can be. I mean, I have already learned so much how even like the amount that you're eating, like proteins versus carbs versus fat, can really change like your muscle definition. At this point, it is about a month and a week that I've been doing this, maybe 2 weeks, and I have already seen like a huge difference. So seeing her go through it really like kind of sparked my interest, but I never thought like, oh, I'm definitely gonna do this later on. So anyway, so I went to her show, had no idea what to expect. Me and her husband Bobby had the time of our lives, just literally watching these girls up there. At first you're like, oh, that's really weird, like girls are walking around basically in their thongs, it looks like. Sometimes they have a little bit more coverage, but it really just depends on what division you're in. But me and him just had a blast, like looking at everyone saying, oh, like look at her delts compared to her butt looks a little bit better. And if you've never seen a competition, I recommend just YouTubing one of them. That way you kind of have an idea. But essentially, there's a bunch of girls in line. This is for bikini competitions. A bunch of girls in line, and you'll have like, let's say 5 girls. Let's say the more closer to the middle you are, the little bit better you're doing. That doesn't always happen. However, the judges will kind of move you around. Some of them will move you because like the light over here is really showing your delt off good, but not the other one. And so they'll move you around. However, the closer you are to the middle, the better. And we kind of figured that out as we went along before Carrie came on. And when Carrie came on, she got right dead smack in the middle, and we were screaming our heads off. We were so excited. She ended up winning first, and she got a bunch of other trophies, but really seeing her and like in her mode and like, or not in her mode, in her element, like just was amazing. And to see the other girls' transformation too, I wasn't with them obviously, but to be able to see their bodies and how beautiful the muscle is and how long it actually takes for you to gain muscle is really beautiful. Anyway, so that kind of gives me a little bit dive deeper into the divisions. So there are 3 divisions, and there's a ton of different federations. The one that I'm going through is the same one that Carrie went through. And this wasn't just because I wanted to copy her, it's just because I really do think this is the best federation to be in at this time for me right now. OCB is 100% natural, so there is no sort of steroids involved in any of their competitors. Everyone is drug tested, you're put through a lie detector test, everything. So it really is a fair playing field in my eyes. Whereas if you go to IFBB, WFBB, NPC, all of those, you don't know if the person standing next to you has had steroids or has had any kind of other substances that can kind of make their muscles like pop and kind of give them like a better edge over someone like me who's not using that kind of stuff. and just the way that they ran their show, I really, really liked them. I'll get into that maybe in another video about what like the different shows and like how they do them and stuff like that. But I just really like the way that OCB really treats their athletes, which doesn't mean that like the other ones are bad. By no means they're bad. It's just this is what fits me and my goals for me right now. And so OCB is definitely my number one. Anyway, so there are 3 divisions in any kind of federation. There's bikini, there's physique, and there's figure. If you would have asked me in September what like a bodybuilder, female bodybuilder looks like, I would have never even guessed bikini. And that's just me being honest. I really thought like, oh, if you are a bodybuilder, you have these huge muscles, kind of looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger, whatever his name is. I really didn't think that bikini was kind of in it, but now that like I'm doing more research and like I said, I watched Carrie and all of that, there really is like more than just like those huge muscles. So bikini is a little bit more like streamlined. And when your upper body and your lower body to be pretty symmetrical, they want that tiny waist, and you'll notice like girls will posing is so big, but they'll just kind of like pose to just kind of like have like that like smaller waist showing and stuff like that. So it's a little bit different than like, I do lift heavy weights. Bikini builders do lift heavy weights, like heavy, but they don't go to the next level to get like those huge muscles. So it's a little bit of a different style than what I had in my mind, but doing more research about this, I don't know, I just think it's beautiful. Anyway, so I won't lie, I am very skeptical about telling people that I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. One, because if people don't, I care way too much what people think about me, like way too much, and that is a huge flaw of mine. And I think I've gotten better over the years. I'm 23 right now, and I do care, but I don't care what you think about me. So I thought by coming out and saying like, hey, I want to do a bikini competition, people will be like, okay, Ashley, that's just like another fad that you're doing. Like, you've tried to lose weight so many times. Not that I need to lose weight, because I don't think I need to lose weight, but I do think I need to tone. And this is my personal view of my own body. I look at other girls who are size 30 and I think they're absolutely beautiful. And I look at girls who are size 0 and I think they're absolutely beautiful. Beauty ranges from all different shapes, all different sizes, and I love that about beauty. It doesn't have a single shape or size, but for me personally, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I think, me personally, what I think is beautiful. So growing up, I had, first off, the best childhood. My mom and my dad are amazing. Thank you. But growing up, I was so active, not so much in sports. I was a cheerleader for maybe, I think, 5 minutes, and then I quit because they told me to run. Didn't want to run. I was a soccer player for 1 game. I was a goalie, and quit after that because I didn't like it. But I would always be outside. We had I think 10 or 12 kids in my neighborhood growing up, and we would always just be outside, just skateboarding or using the Razor scooters, or just running around playing kickball. So I always kind of had a little bit of an active lifestyle, but as I have learned now, you cannot outrun your fork. And by that, I mean, does not matter what you eat or how much exercise you do, no matter what you eat, you will not be able to outrun it. It doesn't matter what you eat. So growing up, I would have a zebra cake, and I would try to sneak another one. I would hide, and I would eat another one, and I would eat all the carbs on my plate, but no veggies, and that's just what I did. I was a little bit more heavier weight as a kid. My cholesterol was really high because I used to eat so many hot dogs and stuff like that. So much so that my 2nd grade teacher actually wrote a letter home to my parents to let them know that it was inappropriate with the clothes that I was wearing because they were tight-fitting and I was not the body type for that. And as much as I don't think it hit me at that time, now that I got older and stuff, it really did hit me. Who are you to tell me what I can wear, what looks good on me, what anything? And that just kind of, I don't know, doesn't really sit well with me. I'm sure it doesn't sit well with anyone else. Another thing, when I was growing up, I used to be called Clifford the Big Red Dog, and as you can see, I'm getting all blotchy now, and it's not anything that I can do. It just happens. So I was overweight and I would turn red like randomly. And doctors don't know what it is. It's just my skin. I joke sometimes and I say that I'm allergic to air, but I don't know what happens. I just get so blotchy. And anyway, so I remember all throughout elementary school and even into middle school too, people will call me Clifford the Big Red Dog just because I was overweight and had like the redness. So I am not doing this for them because I'm doing this for me, but I'm gonna do a huge F you to everyone who thinks that I can't do this, because you know what, I can, and I know I can because I'm gonna put my mind to it. I'm not gonna be overweight anymore. I'm not going to be someone who would rather sit on the couch than go out and run. A huge goal of mine, which my mom is gonna laugh at this, but I really, really, really do want to run a 5K with her throughout the whole time. Like, I always say, oh yeah, like I'll run with you, and then I end up like walking like halfway through, which she doesn't mind, but I don't know, it's a goal of mine. I always have goals, but it is kind of hard to reach them. I don't know. Anyway, so throughout my whole process, I have zero idea what to do, zero experience, nothing. So I have Coach Janelle. She is from New York, and I found her online in a little group forum, and she is absolutely amazing. I did email like a couple coaches and like try to get in contact with them, and a lot of them did get back, but Janelle was really, she's kind of like a mom, where she's like hard on you, but she's also like, no, like you're doing great. So she's teaching me pretty much everything, what my macros should be. Macros include my carbs, my protein, and my fat, and how much cardio I should be doing, how much weightlifting I should be doing. So right now I'm doing bi-weekly check-ins until I get to Memorial Day, which is when I'll start my prep for the show. And then it'll be weekly. So basically bi-weekly, I tell her all of my measurements, my waist, my hips, my arms, my weight. I send her progress photos of everything, and she just kind of tweaks things. So far I haven't had anything to tweak. My body has really liked, I guess, what she's making me do. She kind of has me doing a little bit lower carbs because, thank you, Dad, all of my carb-loving fat cells are all right here. And so I got that from my father, and I'm so happy I got that from him because my brother did not. Instead, my brother got amazing ankles from my mom, and I got cankles. How awesome is that? Love it. Anyway, so she's really been helping me with how supplements and stuff like that, and I'll go over all of that probably in another video just so I can really just focus on this stuff now. But my current schedule is I'm working out 5 days a week. I am training legs like twice, my shoulders twice, my back twice, my chest, my abs. I'm just kind of training everything. But in bikini comps, it really is like your shoulders, your waist, and your legs / like glutes. So I'm really hitting those hard. That way I can grow. And I've already seen so much growth, and I love it, and it's awesome. So it brings me to my show. So I'm going to be doing the OCB Chesapeake Classic, same thing that Carrie did last year. It is going to be October 12th in Baltimore. So I'm going to be traveling home for that. Tickets will be available for anyone who is interested in going. I would love all the support, but I also want to mention that Carrie and my friend Emily were also going to be doing it, all of us together, and I can't wait, and I'm so excited because we're all like texting like throughout this whole process like, oh my gosh, I just like deadlifted whatever pounds, or oh, like I just dropped so many pounds, or hey, did you drink your water today? Like all that kind of stuff. We've really been making sure that we are all held accountable, and that is awesome because I really need that. And Adam gets tired of doing it. He doesn't say he does, but I'm sure he is. So yeah, so that's my show, October 12th. I can't wait. So that's why I'm doing a 16-week prep which is, again, starting Memorial Day. And basically what that means is it's going to be so much stricter. So right now, like, I have a tiny bit of variation in my diet. Like, if I want to use ketchup, I can. If I want to use a little bit of like ranch, tiny bit, I can. But in prep, like, almost all of that goes away. And that's just really to help me lean down, to shed off all this fat and then to have the muscle pop. Wow, this is getting really bad. Oh boy, look at that. Oh, I love it. That's me. Anyway, so that is what's going on with this bikini competition. I'm super excited and cannot wait to share everything with you guys. And if you have any questions, please ask me. I am more than willing to tell you what I may or may not know. If I don't know the answer, I'll either ask my coach, ask Carrie, Google, whatever. But I'm very excited, and I really hope that you guys will be along with me on this journey. I'll post little YouTubes here and there just to kind of like keep you guys up to date with everything. I know I already want to do one for my supplements that I take, as well as my clothing try-ons, because I'm loving buying all these new clothes, especially since they're all fitting me a little bit different. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you are with me throughout this whole journey, and like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks, bye.